Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Tuesday, May 9th. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Coming up, we are talking Tennessee wine. Founded in 1982, the Tennessee Farm Wine Growers Alliance has been working to support vineyards across the state, as well as to educate all of us on the wonderful wines produced right here in Tennessee. We have a lot to learn about Tennessee wine, let me tell you. After that, our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, takes us to Cookeville, Tennessee, to talk about one staple there that recently changed ownership and now continues to thrive. And then we wrap up today by looking back at the stage performance put on by APSU's Wind Ensemble at Downtown Commons in Clarksville recently. It was on May 4th, and let me say the force was there because the Wind Ensemble is phenomenal. I cannot wait to bring some of that to you. But first, let's get a check of our headlines. Thousands of 101st Airborne Division soldiers out of Clarksville, Tennessee, officially ended deployments in Romania and Poland. To honor that, several ceremonies were held at Fort Campbell's McCullough Hall. During this was the Change of Responsibility, which is a simple yet traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. Now, key to this event is the passing of the colors, which represent not only the lineage and honors of the unit, but it also the loyalty and unity of the soldiers. Read more by going to the full article written by T. Murray at mainstreetclarksville.com. Laverne will soon be home to BJ's Wholesale Club. BJ's Wholesale Club will feature a tire service center, an optical service center. It will also have a deli and bakery along with frozen foods and general merchandise such as toys and home decor. The Laverne Wholesale Club will be the company's first one in the state, with one in Mount Juliet scheduled to open later this year. Head over to mainstreetmediatn.com for more information on this. Well, an estimated 4,000 people attended Murfreesboro's Jazz Fest at the Fountains this year. It was a great crowd. Now, it's said that the Jazz Fest committee plans to hold the event at the Fountains for at least one more year until a permanent home can be found, likely at Notes Live Entertainment Complex once it's built. So hear what organizers had to say about the success of this year's Jazz Fest by going to murfreesboropost.com. What weather is in store for us? Sunshine, clouds, rain. We turn to our friends at Tennessee Valley Weather for the answer on what we can expect in this week's weather.
Hey folks, happy Tuesday. Ben Luna here with you in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, wishing you another fantastic day as you check out this forecast update. All right, as we head through today, scattered showers will be with us again for a brief period this afternoon, primarily south of Interstate 40 down toward the Alabama state line. But fear not, more spotty rain activity is with us on and off as we head through the duration of the work week. Futurecast showing some of that moisture trying to file back in as we head toward Wednesday. And in fact, more rainfall will be with us Wednesday night and then into Thursday. Here's a look at the next 7 days from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Scattered showers and storms with us on and off straight through that 7-day period. Our temperatures, though, remain warm. Afternoon highs in the low, maybe even mid 80s in a few spots, especially in by the weekend. That's a quick check on your forecast. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel, urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
love a stuffed booster. I know I sure would, or any sort of sound swag, all of which can be found at Nashville Sounds Pro Shop. The Nashville Sounds and Main Street Media Television would love to invite you out to Sunday Family Fun Day, each Sunday home game. You can also register to win free tickets by going to your favorite Main Street Media website. Register to win, and then we'll see you here at the ballpark. In the state of Tennessee, we have the Tennessee Crafts Brewers Guild. We also have the Tennessee Distillers Guild. But in addition to that, we have the Tennessee Farm Wine Growers Alliance, and it is all things Tennessee wine. We welcome back Laura Swanson from the Tennessee Farm Wine Growers Alliance. She's with us again today. Laura, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity to tell people about wine.
You know, I'm so excited because this is just, as I was reading through the story on your website, it blows my mind that this got going back in 1973 with 7 people that were at the location that is now Beach Haven Winery in Clarksville, Tennessee. Can you expand on the beginning of this alliance?
Yes, absolutely. So during Prohibition, as you are well aware, and most people are aware, alcohol sales and production were cut. It took a really long time for things to come back. And so in the early 70s, a group of wine enthusiasts wanted to create an organization to learn more and educate themselves and others about grape and wine production in Tennessee. The first grapes were grown commercially in the early 80s in what is now known as Highland Manor Winery up in Jamestown. And then from that, the industry really began to progress rapidly. And so if you think about realistically where Tennessee is in wine production, commercially, that's only really been done for about the past 40 years. And so we're still relatively young when you think about places like Italy and France, who have been making wine for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. We've only been making it commercially in the state for about 40 years. Some of those vines that were initially planted back in the late 70s and early 80s are still there and are still producing grapes up in Jamestown. But a fun fact, Judge Beach was one of those original people sitting around that table, and his grandson is actually the winemaker there at Beach Haven. So he is a third-generation winemaker, just like many of the other wineries in the state are multi-generational family-run operations.
How beautiful is that? Because again, first off, it takes a lot to really continue to improve upon wines and the growth of the grapes. So I would assume maybe that first generation may not really have seen fully what their winery was going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that we do have this story of Beach Haven, where it started as just someone who was interested in growing grapes, and now they are one of the largest producers in the state. And it's a really great story of what we have here in Tennessee and what we can become.
Oh, most definitely. You know, and I would kind of going around the website that you guys offer, and looking at my side table here, but you can see it behind me. On your website, you have it broken down in the state from West, Middle, and East Tennessee. People can look at the different wineries. Yes,
our website is very interactive. As many people can see, the majority of the wineries in Tennessee are in East Tennessee. Most of them are in Sevier County, where a lot of tourists are, but there are also a lot of vineyards in East Tennessee. Then the farther west you go, the fewer there are. We do have 2 new wineries opening in West Tennessee, Beaumont Vineyards up in Martin and 40 Cannons in Henderson. They will be open very soon, and so they'll be the 2 newest wineries in the state of Tennessee.
So that will take it from 78 to 80 wineries?
Yes.
Goodness gracious.
Yes.
And I did bring up the state. So in the way it's broken out for people watching this, so you can see, you know, each of the wine glasses, that is a winery that you can visit.
That is a winery that you can visit, but also want to add that Tennessee state law allows each winery to have up to 2 tasting rooms. And so Right now, there are actually 114 places to taste wine in Tennessee, which includes those 78 wineries, plus the additional tasting rooms that many of our wineries have.
When it comes to Tennessee wine, so say, we're not able to make it from one side of the state to the other, which is my goal now to do, is to do the entire wine trail that we have. But how else are you introducing all of us to the wonderful wines that the state has?
Well, you actually just touched on one of the first things. Tennessee actually has a Tennessee wine trail. We launched this Tennessee wine trail in September, and it features almost 60 wineries across the state. You earn prizes for every 10, 20, and 30 wineries that you visit. Prizes range from a vinyl sticker to a VIP ticket to a local wine festival, which is the second piece to how we introduce people to Tennessee wines. Our association, Tennessee Farm Wine Growers Alliance, or Tennessee Wines, regularly hosts wine festivals across the state. These wine festivals allow people to buy a ticket and then taste wine from the wineries that are present. So for most wineries, for most wine festivals, there are anywhere from 14 to 16 wineries present, and they will bring anywhere from 6 to 10 wines each time. So if you do that math, you have well over 100 wines that you can taste just at one festival. And then by tasting those wines, you're able to tell what you like and what you don't like. Did you think that you liked a sweet red wine? But through the wine festival, you may have learned that you now like dry whites.
Oh, I love it. Cannot wait to hit all the festivals that you guys offer. Thank you for what you do, and thank you for sharing all of this with us. So, Laura, we appreciate you and can't wait to chat again.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to let people know about Tennessee wine.
Of course. And for those of you, we all have social media on Facebook. You can find Tennessee Wines just by putting in Tennessee Wines, and it'll take you to their Facebook page. Also, you could also Google the Tennessee Farm Wine Growers Alliance. Well, stick right here. We have more coming up on Mornings on Main Street after this.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd, the goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Experience Predators hockey all season long. Visit NashvillePredators.com/season tickets and join the Loyal Legion today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour. It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around. I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Where you are right now?
Main Street Sports Today strives to bring you the most timely and comprehensive coverage of sports news and more from Middle Tennessee and beyond.
We cover the teams you care about from preps to pros and bring some of the most influential voices in sports to keep you in the know.
Tune into Main Street Sports Today each Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Download the Main Street Media TV app.
Welcome back. Bobby Q's in Cookeville on the brink of closing, but because of one man's heart of not wanting another community to lose a landmark there, well, he turns around to save it. So let's talk more about it and kind of how this has turned around. We have Tom Adkinson with us to share with us a little bit of the story of Bobby Q's and why it is still operating right now. So first off, Tom, good to see you.
Good to see you again.
So tell us about what happened, what is going on with Bobby Q's and how has it come back to life?
Well, for me, as the writer of the Tennessee Traveler column, Bobby Q's, if nothing else, is a great excuse to drive to Cookeville. I mean, it's a great day trip. just for the sake of a good barbecue meal. Plenty else to do up there in that part of the state as well. But Barbecues opened in 1985, had a long run, was a significant restaurant in town. And in 2022, it was on the wane. The owner was wearing out. He needed to exit the business, and he announced his closing. And there was considerable gnashing of teeth and wailing. And there was a TV story on Channel 5 about the closing of Barbecues. And a friend of mine named Michael King, restaurant owner in Nashville, who owns Monell's and Monell's at the Manor, saw the story and said, I can't stand this. I don't know Barbecues. I don't know Cookeville, but that place shouldn't close. And he drove up there that day, on the day the restaurant was closing, and bought it. It was amazing.
That is so beautiful, and what an incredible thing for someone to do. So what has it been like now? You were sharing with me, it's been open now for 3 weeks. How is business going, and what has changed?
The important thing is that it's open and there's great pulled pork barbecue and the things that you would expect at a good barbecue restaurant. Some of the different things is Michael King added breakfast. So it's open breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, which is longer hours than the previous incarnation of Barbecues had. Michael added the famous Monell's skillet fried chicken. He put brisket on the menu, greens, added smoked bologna, which you don't find everywhere, certainly. Added corn pudding. He supplemented a good menu with some of his own specialties. Didn't change the character of the place, and that's the important thing. And talk about a strategic location. It's 1 block away from the Putnam County Courthouse, so it's right downtown. You can't miss it.
Very nice. Well, have you? I'm sure you've talked to Michael. What is he saying about what he had to do to get this open, and kind of how is he doing now? Because that's a big undertaking.
Oh, it's bigger than he imagined. He pokes fun at himself about having done that so precipitously. It was not a couple of 3-month turnaround, spruce the place up, go back into business. It was a full year going through total remodel, new kitchen. He said he practically took the place back to the studs to rebuild. Added seats, added a front porch, added a patio, just tons of work. And of course, all the construction issues and legal permits and all. It took a full year to accomplish what he wanted, but boy, he did well. And the initial volume, the curiosity is there. People want to see. People are pleased, as I've gathered. Some folks are, they can't tolerate any change of any kind. And he said he's been chewed on a little bit, but he said that's the restaurant business.
True. I would think, though, for the most part, they are happy that this restaurant remains.
Absolutely. It really is a Cookeville institution. And an additional thing for Cookeville's consideration, he has 14 all local employees. That's a good sized small business.
Yes, it is. That is great. And their operating hours. So you said breakfast. Now they have course lunch. What about dinner? Are they open for dinner hours? Do they close earlier in the day?
No, they go straight through. Serve dinner and carry out too. You can carry that pulled pork or brisket home, but indeed it's a 3 meal a day restaurant right downtown.
Very nice. So let's go 2 more questions. One being, when Michael took it over from the previous owner, what was that previous owner's response the day of? So this business is closing. This guy comes in and is like, hey, I want to buy this. What was that response? Because that would knock me out cold, I think.
Yeah. Michael said the guy was a little bit surprised, and he said it was not a significant negotiation. Michael the guy was ready to close. Michael said, "Here's an offer. Let's do something." And they did it.
That's wonderful. Is there anything I haven't asked that you would want to share before we let you go today? Anything else about Bobby Q's?
The thing that I think is important is patronizing local businesses of all types. Restaurants are one of my favorites, but when you can find a business that's homegrown and home supported, you should support it too. That's the takeaway from this story. It's more than just a barbecue story.
Right.
It's small business, local business. And in this case, for a Tennessee traveler, I think it's a great detour off of I-40. I think it's a solid destination just to go for a meal and then drive back to Nashville.
I love it. And you're 100% right. Whether you're in your own community or visiting others, always hit the local spots. And all it does is just a question of asking a stranger, hey, what's local? That whether it be a shopping, brick and mortar or a restaurant, ask them what's local and what's good.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We always appreciate you, Tom. Of course, you can catch all of his articles at Main Street Nashville. Articles there. There's so many, and I can't even pick just one in my head right now that they're all so good.
Well, there's every other Friday, the second and fourth Friday of the month, there'll be a new Tennessee Traveler column. Find an excuse to get out and go somewhere.
Yeah, 100%. And we look forward to the next time, Tom. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Keep traveling.
We'll do it. All right, stick with us. We're not done with you yet. We're coming right back.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
I'm so excited about this new show.
Dino Trek is back again this year. It's bigger than we've ever had it before.
When they're about 5 months old, we'll start seeing them sticking their head out of the pouch, or you might see a foot come out or a tail.
It's like an Airbnb for Joey's. Now, you're not going to see all three of them together because cats in general don't get along unless it's time to get along, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh,
yeah.
my.
Well, we're 2/3 of the way there. It's animals, nature, and fun. That's what we're all about. But during that time, we hope that you also learn something, that you're inspired to want to learn something.
What's new at the zoo with Jim Bartu.
Catch At the Zoo exclusively on Main Street Media TV. Check our on-screen TV guide for days and times.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
What you're hearing is from Austin Peay State University's Wind Ensemble. They recently performed on May 4th at Downtown Commons in Clarksville, Tennessee. What a beautiful free concert. They were fantastic. They did music from Star Wars, Harry Potter, and a couple of other movies. But again, a phenomenal free concert hosted there at Downtown Commons by APSU's Wind Ensemble. I cannot wait for them to come back. And I tell you, I'm sure the audience can't either. It was a great turnout. Before we let you go today, I do want to share that our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, has a book signing of his own book, 100 Things to Do in Nashville Before You Die. It's a great, kind of like a travel guide for Nashville. So make sure you pick it up and then head on over to the Elliston Place Soda Shop. I can't get that out. The Elliston Place Soda Shop in Nashville on Elliston this Friday, starting from at 11. He'll be there until 2, giving autographs for his book. Also, he's a phenomenal person just to talk with. So be sure to stop by. And if you can't, well, then always join us here on Tuesdays for his segment for his Tennessee Traveler article that you will find at mainstreetnashville.com. Thanks so much for joining us here today. We always appreciate you stopping by. We will see you back tomorrow on Wednesday.
My name is Rhonda Moody. I'm the owner here at Highland Manor Winery. We are Tennessee's oldest winery, with our first production being in 1980. We produce 14 varieties of wines, ranging from super sweet to super dry. One of the things I enjoy most about this business is meeting the people that we see in our tasting room and making them happy with our wine. Come enjoy a glass of wine year-round in our wine cellar or on our patio. We've been growing memories here for a long time. Come grow your memories with us.
This is just a small snippet of the historic downtown area here in Pulaski, Tennessee, also known as Wild Turkey Capital of Tennessee. I'm Stefanie Miller, host of Mornings on Main Street, and want to share with you that Main Street Media of Tennessee is proud to now publish the Pulaski Citizen. Not only that, we are going to be bringing you more stories from Pulaski and Giles County that focus on nonprofits, events, and their phenomenal restaurants they have here, and we can't wait.
Custom Stone Handler supplies over 600 distributors and suppliers with quality stone products. Along with River Stone, we produce and distribute over 100 building, landscape, and other bulk products. Our goal is to provide quality products, service, and partnerships to ensure our customers' success. We firmly believe that the measure of any person or company is how they treat other people and customers. Give them a call at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com.
Better than drinking an ice-cold beverage while taking in a Nashville Sounds baseball game. Hi, I'm Stefanie Miller with Mornings on Main Street. The Nashville Sounds and Main Street Media Television have teamed up to promote Sunday Family Fun Day here at First Horizon Park, each Sunday home game. Just go to your favorite Main Street Media website and click on Sounds Main Street Media Day banner to register to win free tickets. And then we'll see you here at the ballpark.